The name of the project is Cirrus. The reason why we named it Cirrus is because the installation itself had very thin layers that were sort of what we described as invisible to the naked eye. Cirrus is actually a type of cloud defined by its long wispy strands, very loose. So that's sort of what we started to design the installation out of. It was something that was overhead of everybody. It was something that was interactive, something where people were able to manipulate the form as opposed to the form manipulating itself. My name is Razan Titizian, and this project developed from a professional elective that I took in 4th year here at Ryerson Architecture. And this was sort of the prototype of the project. What we ended up doing, it was a team of 7 that collaborated together, and we designed an installation. 7 of us just got together day and night, conceived of this prototype. It's something interactive for users to take part in. So in order to mount the actual structure, we had to build walls along the alleyway so it would support the membrane on top. So we ordered quite a bit of lumber. When we actually situated in the alleyway, we pieced it together, and it was actually a lot of pieces and a lot of structure that had to go into making it. With the prototype here, this is sort of what led to the actual installation that was within the alleyway. What we wanted is we wanted 3 distinct layers. We wanted a stretched membrane that people could manipulate different angles, and we wanted a sort of something lower, something floating right above your head. Just if you pull down at this point, another point in the memory would actually go up, and sort of that would manipulate the surface. We had 4 weeks from the initial concept to the design and building it. This one right here actually has 800 of these floating pieces, whereas the actual installation that went through had 2,800 pieces. The challenges that we had in installing this piece right here was not necessarily was a time constraint, it was all the small minute details that went into it. Each piece of this, we had to feed fishing wire, which was not just off the roll. We had to, we figured out that they're not going to stay straight, so we had to iron them all out. So 800 pieces had to be ironed. Each piece has 2 very small silver findings in order to anchor the piece to the fabric membrane and the straw or the invisible layer. Also to create a grid so that everything is even. I think that was the most difficulty, and that was a challenge that we ran into, is to work in such tight quarters. What we're normally used to is the foreground, and we thought it's very rarely that people look up, and so we wanted something to make people sort of interact with that third surface. Amongst all us 7 team members, I think we were all influenced for the many years that we were taking architecture in the school. But I think that sort of we all influenced one another, and we took something from each other. And I guess it was a great experience to work together and build something, and we're very proud of that.